Hey everybody, welcome back to Skygrid with Boomer. I gotta tell you, I am so pumped. There was a chance that I got to learn something new on the server with one of the plugins that we have. It's called CraftBook. I'll try to remember to put the link for the wiki in the description. Please try to remind me to do this. For those of you who've never seen it, there's probably 40 or 50 different items that are included in this plugin. Now, one of the things that a lot of server owners don't like is Redstone because we all know Redstone can lag servers. With this plugin, what you are looking and seeing behind me is a complete item sorter system that is almost Redstone free. It is amazing. It's called the Pipe, and we're going to dig into this a little bit. Oh, by the way, um, I've got the trim all the way around the chest room on the outer circle and on the inner circle. I'm actually in the process of building one of the pipes over there, but this is for Redstone. I have a pipe for Redstone. We have a kit on the server for Redstone, and this is the kit, plus a couple other items that I've added. And you look at this and go, what in the world is this? This is a pipe. Now, I've added more items to this than is necessary. I've added the additional chest storage. That is not part of the pipe system. That's something I've put in on my own. But to get this party started here, the very first thing that we're going to do to set this thing up, and I'm not quite sure what happened to the sign that was here. Oops. On line 2, we have a sticky piston. Using brackets, you're going to type in the word pipe, and you'll see it capitalized automatically. What will happen is any redstone items I put into this chest, when it gets powered, when this piston is powered and I'm using a lever, that would take it, and it'll take the first 2 columns in that chest, and it will go through until it finds it. So, for example, let's take 64 stone buttons out of here. We'll put them in here. We'll flip the switch, and you'll see it's now in this chest, working their way back down in here. It knows it because I've told it, hey, this piston that's going to pull the items out and put them and push them into this chest, I only want stone buttons to go through. And you say, well, Boomer, that's the first one. That's great. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's pull out a stack of the oak buttons just to prove that this actually works. Oak buttons, here we go. Ready? You think it's going to go on the first one? It didn't. It's now in the second. So what we do is on the second line, you type the word pipe, and on the third line, you type the item name that you want to go through. Now, if the name is too long, I'm trying to think of yellow stained glass would not fit on here. There are ways around that then. You can go look up and get the item number. For example, number 72 is oak pressure plate. Well, I got oak underscore pressure underscore PL, and that was all that fit on the sign. So I went online and I found the item number, placed that on the sign, and now it still sorts out. And as you can see, I've got all the different redstone items. These I believe are more pressure plates. Yep. So comparators, redstone, dust, tripwire hooks, redstone blocks, levers, torches. 151 is what? Oh, here we go. Daylight sensor, daylight detector, dispensers, detector rails, and so on. So my entire redstone supply, anything that's a redstone item, every time I'm out mining or I get a kit or something, I just put it in the chest, pull the trigger, and it automatically sorts it out. So then I have the items going. I've put a chest to store full shulker boxes in here. So as that chest fills up, I break the shulker box, put it in there, and then go get a new shulker box. And that works its way down here. I have not had one item incorrectly sort yet. And as you can see, and actually I think I also have a double. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the whole redstone a shulker box full of redstone torches, but we have them. And so I actually have 2 minecarts. Those I might actually have a need for later on down the road with some builds where we're going to use hopper minecarts. And so as I've been laying more and more carpet, I've been working now on the next one, which is the wool in glass. So I have all the different colored wools, all the different colored glasses. Since we are in 114, I will be having fully automatic wool farms, and I can give you a quick preview of what it would be. This will be cleaned up. This was just a rude one to get me enough black wool going. But essentially what you'll see is there'll be a source of grass down the middle. This will only be a one wide probably. The blocks will be colored to match the wool farm. I'll pretty it up. And then you'll see underneath the dispensers are observers. When the sheep eat the grass, the observer fires. And inside the dispenser, we have shears that will automatically shear the sheep. And then underneath one of these somewhere, I have a level 5, here it is, a level 5 suction hopper, which then puts all the items in the chest, takes it on up, and I will sync this and hook it up to that sorter. And then what I'll probably do is every 2 to 3 minutes, I'll have a redstone circuit that will actually fire that piston, that sticky piston, to sort out the first 2 stacks. Now, eventually, I'll have more colors in that coming up, and that's why I'll have to try to figure out how fast do I need a redstone circuit to hit this piston to perform the pull and transfer these items down. Now, eventually, what will happen is I might have to some kind of detection to tell me that either the shulker box is full. You know, what I could do is put a comparator underneath here and then put a redstone lamp, and that would tell me that the shulker, or sorry, that there's items stuck in this hopper. So I have a comparator here, redstone lamp here says, hey Boomer, I'm full. Then I could come over and replace it, put a new one, and a lamp would go out. So as I walk down here, I'll simply be able to say, oh yeah, hey, this one's full, let's change it out. And that's probably where I'm heading to go. So to set up this pipe, we've already got the first one set up. This one here should be black wool, right? And we look at the name, black_wool. So on the side of the piston, line 2, again, we pipe it, and we're just going to type the name of it. Now, if I didn't put the signs on here, and I didn't want to sort this, let's say I'm on Skyblock, and this is actually from one of the guys on Skyblock showed me, and I started looking and playing with this and modifying this to the way that I needed it to go. On Skyblock has automatic ore generation with their cobblestone gens. So he had it set up where he had 4 different minions auto mining cobble, and he was using pipes that crisscrossed and intersect so they could all go right where they needed to. And I'm like, well, can I use this as an item sorter? And he says, yeah, you just gotta break it apart. If I didn't want to use this as an item sorter, say this was a cobble gen, and I wanted to have 32 stacks of 12 chests, I don't have to space these. If all that's going into this chest is cobble, I can put pistons one right after the other into a stack of chests with hoppers underneath it. And that would be a mass storage system. But because I need to sort it, you have to have room for the sign. You can't put the sign up on top and still get it to work. So for black wool, we'll go there. Now here's how we can test if the sign would have worked on top. And if it turns out this works on camera, I'm going to feel really silly. But we'll do this. We'll pipe it and we'll see if it works. So we know this is black stained glass. Hey, guess what? Now I need to look up the item. So I'll tell you what. Oh, wow. And it just said pipe created. Let's try this. Let's pipe the blue wool. Now, if this works, I'm going to destroy this farm and rebuild it and narrow it down even more. Okay, ready? On camera. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We need a redstone source. Do I have one? I do. I have a torch. Okay. Boom. All right, let's find out where that blue wool went. I want to put that carpet back. It should be right here. That one's got 4. That one's got 5. So the blue wool did not find its way in here. So where did it go? Did I just lose a stack of blue wool? Actually, it should have gone into the first unnamed chest. There it is. So I'll tell you what, yeah. Oh, I wonder. Because it did recognize the pipe up there, but because this one wasn't named, I wonder. I really wonder if that would have worked if I would have put the sign on top of every single one of them without having to space them out this far apart. It would have saved on a whole lot of room. And I could have put them all on one side. Just same thing with the redstone. I wouldn't have had to alternate that. Wow, I wonder. It didn't catch it because this one wasn't named. So let's. No, because even if this one's named, a certain thing, and then this one named, and this one's named, would this have actually caught? Here's a way to test. Let's do this. Type redstone. Okay. Let's do. Ooh, get back out of there. Let's do this. I'm going to have to get the list of ID numbers for a few of these, but you guys can test this with me here. Come on, there we go. Okay. So light gray wool, will that fit? Light gray wool will fit. Dust. Okay. Now we realize black stained glass won't fit, but we're going to need the number here. So I've got a list of all the items that are online, so let me find it. Minecraft ID list. I believe it is, yeah, GrahamEdgecombe.com. Did this a long time ago. And let's just kind of scroll down here. Here we go, glass. Okay. I'll have to find the wool, but black stained glass is what we are looking for. Go on, green, black stained glass, 9515. Okay. And then light gray wool. So I gotta go find the wool. Remember, is up higher. Glass, pane, wood, carpet. Oh, where did he put those? Terracotta, powder. I would have thought wool would have been much lower given how long it's been in the game. Those ID numbers would be some of the lower numbers. There it is. Okay, light gray wool, 35.8. Oh, nope, that's glass. We have light gray wool. Okay, sorry. Light gray glass. Light blue. Let's see. Light gray stained glass, 95.8. Okay. So pipe, 95.8. So let's do two tests here. If this does not work, then the blue should find its way in here. I also want to test one of these magical numbers. So we're going to put in a black glass and a blue wool and fire it away and see what happens. All right, here we go. Powered. All right, where'd it go? So the blue wool found its way. So that did not let it in. That's making me think it worked. All right. Now the light gray, or was it, what was that other, was that black glass? Okay, the black stained glass did find its way in. The blue wool bypassed that because we said it's redstone. What were to happen? We do this. The pipe got capitalized. I'm starting to think I'm going to be rebuilding both of these entire farms. Although that is going to look kind of silly. I mean, it looks cleaner the way it is, and maybe I'll leave it that way. All right, let's see what happens. Wow, so it does work on top. Nakata, guess what? We found out it works on top. Okay, so from a perspective of how clean it looks, I could merge them all together and put those signs on top, but to be honest with you, while it would cut down half the space, and if space were a problem here, I'd probably combine it all at once. Given that I'm not sure if I want to have a bunch of signs standing on top of the pistons, I don't think it would look as clean. I'm probably going to keep this just the way it is. I mean, I could literally take all these and move them to the other side, but then I'd have to put the signs on top of every piston all the way down, and I just don't like how that would look. Um, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick to the way it is. Again, I understand it's a lot of room, but guess what, guys? I don't have a room problem, and here's the other thing. If I were to combine these all on one side, the storage chest would now either have to go behind it, above it, somewhere else. What I could do, I mean, if I wanted to compress them all, I could, and then simply send them to a different type of sorter, which seems kind of pointless. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it this way because I also want to put those warning lights underneath. But that was good to know that we did learn something on camera, that we can actually do that. So I'm going to let the player that showed me these pipes, I'm going to let them know because he didn't think that, or she, my bad, didn't think that was possible. So we'll let them know in game. So I'm going to continue to build this out, get all of the item frames in place, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, everybody, so we've got the pipe actually finished. We've gone through, and I've changed the names just simply to the ID numbers. It also let me go through just to make sure I had all 16 IDs for glass and wool properly accounted for. So now, anytime I've got wool coming up, whether it's from a kit or from my farms that I'll be building after a little while, we will be having the wool teleport right to this chest. And I think what I want to do is put a comparator on this chest, and every time it fires, meaning something gets in there, the comparator sends out the signal. I'm going to have it tied to a block with a redstone torch next to it. That way, when it fills, the first two items that go in there will automatically fire. Now, if it turns out that 3 or 4 different types of wool were to get in here when that fires, that would have to break that. So I might have to, instead of a comparator, I may have to use some type of observer or something that will measure, um, whether something is still in there even afterwards. I'm going to have to play with that for a little bit because in theory it is possible if I have 16 different wool farms going at 3 different types of wool could teleport into the chest very rapidly. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen. Eventually I'm going to have a full chest and nothing firing, and I don't want to have to come back and manually flip switches. So that's kind of where that's at for a second. I do want to give you an update on the GPS network. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I do apologize. Let me take off my helmet here. You can see a little bit better. It is nighttime, and that's why you'll see no power being generated. I just finished running my third chunk as far as doing any chunk mining, and I wanted to focus real quick on the uranium, and I want to kind of share with you what happened. The last time I went to pull everything out, and I went like this. So I've got the uranium in my hand, and I dropped down, And as I'm making my way over to the storage area, the requirement of the hazmat suit like this kicks in. Even if I take it out of my primary hand, you can tell I'm having a hard time getting over to my storage area here and getting it out of my inventory. I am taking a lot of damage here. I am burning. So luckily it's starting to slow down. Oh, I did not heal myself in time. Now, just so that you know, my rank also includes keeping inventory on. That's why you'll see everything is still in there. I didn't lose anything. I did get the small chunks of uranium in there in time. Oh, they don't stack. All right. I thought they might. And there could be why, because they were mined out of different chunks too. That could be why they didn't stack. But so, anyways, getting back, the celestial rank I have, keep inventory is on. For every other rank, keep inventory is off. So just be aware of that. If you saw that and you fall and go, "Where's my stuff?" Well, no, you will lose your inventory if you were to die. Now, in this case, it would have just been sitting on the ground. As soon as I got back to the spot, I would have been able to pick it all back up. If you die in a void, you will lose your inventory. That stuff's gone forever. There's nothing anyone can do. Steph will not replace it for you. That's part of a loss of the game. Too bad, so sad. Move on. Okay, don't cry about it. Life goes on. It's just a game. Oh, hey, my son's back there right now mining iron plants for us, so we're doing good. And so that's kind of where we're at. I was really excited. I wanted to show those pipe things with you. Now, a couple other things about the pipes that I learned. You can use colored pipes. Let's say I've got 6 or 7 different minions running and I want to save space and I put them back to back to back to back to back. If I use different colored stained glass, for example, if I went black, then brown, then blue, then green, then yellow, I could have each one signify a different item that goes through just that pipe only, and they will not intermix. If I use colored glass and clear glass, then those can become intersections and cross in a different pipe. But by using colored glass, they will stay the same item will only go through that. You can also use glass panes to transfer items as well. I chose to use a block simply because of how it looked. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up. I'm going to say thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and make sure you turn on notifications so you know when the next videos come out. So this has been Boomer, and on SkyGrid, as you know, I always say, go Boomer or go home. Have a great day.